G'day all you wonderful people, welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al, trail name Lookout, and today I am back at the trailhead, the Elkhart trailhead, ready to do 10 plus miles to get back to trail. It is about 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning, and this is going to probably take me till midday 1 o'clock, and then I'm going to rejoin the trail and then do an alternate called Knapsack Coal, which is not part of the CDT, but it is an alternate, and just like the Cirque of the Towers, it is not to be missed apparently, so I'm looking forward to that. But that is 13.5 miles of alternate, and a lot of glacier walking, a lot of scrambling. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to get through it today with the 10 miles and how rough it is. If I'm going to get through it today, I doubt it, but I'm going to give it a shot and probably camp halfway along it and then do the rest tomorrow. But for now, get back on trail, get walking all the way up, all the way back. Oh my god, this is going to be miserable, all uphill for the next 10-12 miles. Well, I've got the poles, but no skis, and it's not as easy as just pointing it downhill and going. A lot harder. Someone's left their hiking fuel behind. When I got into town the other day, there was some news that came up on my feed, and yeah, there are two pretty important things. So the first one was that Yellowstone National Park had a volcanic eruption, a geothermal explosion event, shall we say, in Biscuit Basin, and the boardwalk that goes through Biscuit Basin was destroyed. Luckily no one was hurt, and it's just a small section of the CDT that is closed, so you know, not too bad. But there is a reroute in effect, so we're going to look at that when we get to Yellowstone. I've seen it in the email, and like I said, it doesn't look too serious. And the other thing is, I haven't mentioned it on the vlog yet, but here we go now. There is a person who goes by the trail name of Cottonmouth, and there were stories and reports of him threatening and attacking people on trail, and he had tried to attack through hikers, but when police reports were made, nothing was done about it, and he was reported to the CDTC as a danger. And the one thing that stood out to me was, this doesn't sound like a person who has malicious intent in a sane way. This sounds like somebody who has some, you know, mental issues, schizophrenia. And I was thinking, this person needs help from mental health services. A lot of people around me who were behind him have said, oh, if he comes near me, I'm going to use my bear spray, or I'm going to have my pocket knife ready to stab him. And there are a lot of violent things said, and I was wrestling with the idea of, do you have the right to physically defend yourself against somebody who needs mental help? Yes. Is violence the answer? I suppose if you are being attacked, you can't be a pacifist in that situation. You need to do what you need to do. But this person doesn't need to be attacked. They need to be off trail and have mental health services. Work with them to get them well. medication, therapy, you know, whatever it takes. But he went a step beyond and has physically attacked another hiker again, and when he reached Pinedale, the town I was just in, he was arrested. And Pinedale, apparently, I'm only going off hearsay here and what I've been told by people that live in the town, but Pinedale does not have access to mental health resources on the level that he would need. And apparently, I have to say apparently because I don't know any of this for fact, but apparently he is facing 6 months in prison, currently being held in jail, and he's going to be prosecuted as somebody of fit and sane mind, not of somebody who has mental health problems. Now, most people around me don't have any sympathy for this person, and I certainly do not condone any acts of violence, be it, you know, verbal or, you know, actual physical violence at all. But languishing in a cell for 6 months is not going to make this problem better. It's not going to make this person better. And I don't know if the sheriff in Pinedale has any interest in working with mental health services, but this person, whatever they've done, is not going to be reformed the way that prison is supposed to reform people and make them productive members of society. Prison is not going to do that, and he should be off trail, and I'm glad he is. He should not be anywhere near this trail in his frame of mind at all, and I have no sympathy for what he's done, but I do have sympathy for the fact that we don't know what his state of mental health is, and until he can be assessed, convicting him as somebody of fit and sane mind when he's chased people up the trail and done all kinds of things that don't sound like that of a normal person, it doesn't sound like this is the correct course of justice to make this person a fit and productive member of society. I hope he gets the mental health he needs. I hope the victims can recover, and I'm just so glad that he is finally away from trail. This huge body of water is called Seneca Lake, and this is a destination for a lot of day hikers that come up here, is to sit by it. And one of the great things about a body of water this big being where it is, there's nobody out here disturbing the peace with their boats and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It really is just admiring nature up here. It's incredible. What a beautiful place to be. Just keeps going. Look at this. It's just so peaceful. I've taken a seat on a rock and looking out at the water. Can't hear anybody, just hear the water lapping at the rocks. And this is Little Seneca Lake, just a little further up the trail. It's also very beautiful. Back on the CDT, and I'm heading to Fremont Crossing that way. This is it, the pathway into Knapsack Coal. The adventure starts here. Looks like a parking lot for tents. I imagine that that's the campsite belonging to a scout group or a youth group or something. There seem to be a lot of them in the area, and they're probably out exploring today and left their tents up so they don't have to pitch them again tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Island Lake. This is only 1 mile into Knapsack Coal, so if you come to the Winds and you don't want to do the whole thing, you can just pop into here, do your 1 mile in, 1 mile out, and come and see this for yourself. Well, during that time lapse, the heavens opened and a thunderstorm rolled through. It was terrible. All the mosquitoes are terrible as well. But fortunately, there was another hiker who set up his tarp in the trees, and we took shelter under there. It wasn't 100% water resistant. The tarp was, but the rain was coming in from all sides. But we got about 95% of the rain water didn't land on us, it landed on the tarp, so kept somewhat dry. It was fantastic. Now the clouds have parted a little, the sun is shining through, I can see blue sky in a corner, and time to get hiking again. A sandy beach here at Island Lake. Remember what I say, don't forget to look behind you, because you could be missing a view. I can't stop taking photos. This area is beautiful. It's like Cirque of the Towers all over again, but totally different at the same time. Man, Knapsack Coal. Only a couple of miles in, and I'm already blown away. These bodies of water are called Titcombe Lakes, and the star of the Knapsack Coal, or at least one of them. well, maybe not the exclusive star of the show. You've got Gannet Peak just over the pass over there, shrouded in clouds and a little bit too far away to see the peak of it. But yeah, Gannet Peak, the tallest peak in Wyoming, is also close to Knapsack Coal, and the access to it is from Knapsack Coal. But I won't be going up. Too many glaciers, too much ice, and not enough traction. Well, the hours in the day are ticking away. It's close to 4 o'clock and I've done 15 miles, and part of that is because I waited out that storm for an hour, and the another one is that I didn't actually start hiking till almost 8 o'clock in the morning. And the main reason is I've made absolutely no effort to get round here at any speed. I've been stopping to take photos. I've been walking at half the speed I usually do. And I mean, I could blame it on the trail, but it's really, it doesn't matter what the trail's like. This place is just too beautiful to rush it. It's getting on for 5 o'clock and I'm feeling a little bit low on energy, so I'm gonna stop, have some food, like have dinner, and then I've got to make the decision, because if I go any further I start climbing glaciers, but I don't want to be up there late at night. But if I stop now it's 5 p.m, so like there's 3 extra hours in the day that I could be doing something, so got to make that decision. Dinner over. I had an hour in the end for dinner, just sort of trying to dry out my shoes and things like that, but to no avail, they are still wet. But it is now 6 and it's time to continue on. I'm going to see what I can do in the next 2 hours, and hopefully the dinner is going to give me a turbo boost, because I was feeling pretty lethargic before. We've got a little patch of snow and a little fuzzy boy. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably one of the best rock bivvies I've ever seen, and it's perfect to put my tent up and hopefully shelter me if there was any rock fall, because you've got that giant boulder there, and we're up on top of a slope, so hopefully everything that was falling down from the cliffs would run out of steam before we got here. But it is 6:30 and the sun is still in the sky and mountains have to be climbed. Scrap that plan, ladies and gentlemen. The bivvy is too good to give up, and it is 6:30 and I'm going to take an early night. I don't know, I just haven't been feeling it physically. I'll talk more when I'm in the tent. The phone's on 5% battery at the moment, so that's part of my decision, is like I need to charge my phone. I can't get lost up there where there's no trail. So inside the tent, and I did say that I would tell you more about why I'm stopping early, but there really isn't a cryptic reason. They say that you should listen to your body. I'm not really feeling like I can smash up hills and stuff like that, and on 5% battery I'm not going to go up there and sort of guide myself through when my phone inevitably runs out of juice. So it's better just stop here. I did plan to stop actually earlier than this. I didn't realise that I would get this far, but also this far isn't that far. It's not even 20 miles, so it's not been a great day for mileage, but you know what, I'm going to start early tomorrow. Not early, but I'm going to start early enough, like 6 o'clock probably, and then I'm going to go from there, and in 9 miles should be out of this place. So yeah, I reckon that tomorrow might be a 25 or even a 30-mile day. 30 would be pushing it, I doubt it, but you know, never know what the terrain's like. Everyone I've spoken to who's asked me when I plan to finish this trip has said, oh, you should be fine, you'll be cruising after you leave the winds. And there we go. So I'm going to try and get some good sleep. I didn't sleep too well last night. And also today's reminder, there is a link below this video. Go click it and it will ask you for money. That money is not for scams or anything bad. It is for the opposite. It's for the best thing that you can do. You can buy a future for people who really need help. So get down there, click that link, donate whatever you can afford, whether it's the price of a cup of coffee or it's the price of a new TV, whatever it is that you can stretch to. By all means, I know I'm always on about supporting the Widerness Foundation UK fundraiser I have, but this is so that we can raise a lot of money. But if you feel like there's no way you can stretch to it, or you're not in the financial position right now, please don't feel guilty. Prioritize yourself. I don't want the fact that I mention it in all the videos to make you feel guilty. If you are in a place where you just enjoy watching me hike and you can't support the charity and you can't support me on Patreon, there is no need to. YouTube is free, these videos are free, they will always be free, and if you can't stretch to it, don't worry about it. But for those of you who can, and you have that extra couple of bucks, then please stretch to it. Let's help other people, let's buy them a good future, and let's get them involved in therapy, and nature therapy specifically. But for now, that's all I have for you. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.